Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, it's impossible to ignore the buzz, the drama, and the intensity that's been swirling around the Cleveland Browns lately, especially with how everything unfolded in Week 1. The Browns, coming into this season, had a lot of expectations. Coming off a pretty solid offseason, and with some high-profile additions, a lot of fans were hoping that this year could finally be the one where Cleveland not only makes a playoff push, but perhaps even contends for a deep run, maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. But as we all know, the NFL never gives you a straight line, and Week 1 threw a big curveball into those plans, especially with what happened to Shedeur Sanders and the Browns' quarterback situation. Shedeur Sanders, the son of legendary Deion Sanders, who had made waves at Colorado, came into the league with a lot of hype. He was seen as a potential future star, a guy with a rocket arm, great instincts, and the kind of athleticism that scouts drool over. Remember, last season at Colorado, Shedeur threw for over 4,000 yards and 37 touchdowns, earning the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year award and finishing in the top 10 of the Heisman Trophy voting. Naturally, everyone was excited to see what he could do at the next level, especially with the Browns, who have been searching for consistency at the quarterback position since Baker Mayfield's departure. But just when everyone was eager to see Shedeur in action, the unexpected happened. The Browns, in Week 1, made a surprising move by listing Shedeur as inactive for their game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And that was a shocker for Browns fans and NFL enthusiasts alike because, after all, Shedeur had impressed in the preseason with a hot start, 138 yards and 2 touchdowns against Carolina, no less. But as it often goes in the NFL, preseason performance doesn't always translate directly into Week 1. The Browns decided to keep Shedeur on the sidelines and instead relied on veteran Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel. Flacco, with his experience, was the starting quarterback, but let's be real, he's been around for a long time and at this stage of his career is more of a game manager than a game changer. Gabriel, the 94th overall pick from Oregon, was named the backup after the team traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders in August. Now, this decision was not just about Week 1. It's a statement about the franchise's approach to development and winning right now. The Browns aren't rushing Shedeur, and the fact that he was designated as an emergency quarterback shows that they're cautious, perhaps even cautious about rushing their young talent into the fire. And that's what made Week 1's result even more intriguing. The Browns lost a close one, 17-16 to the Bengals, a game that was filled with ups and downs. Flacco completed 31 of 45 passes for 290 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Not terrible, but not enough to seal the deal. Gabriel, meanwhile, was just sitting there, waiting for his shot if needed, which might happen sooner rather than later. Cleveland's quarterback room right now is a bit of a puzzle. Behind Flacco and Gabriel are the rookies, Shedeur Sanders and another young quarterback, both still developing, both still waiting for their moment to step up. The Browns, in essence, are playing the long game, trying to build a future that could be very bright, but the present is still very much a question mark. Now you might be wondering, how does all of this tie into the bigger picture? Well, for starters, the Browns are in a division that's fiercely competitive. The AFC North has been one of the toughest divisions in football for several years now, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers always ready to fight for the top spot. Cleveland, with its solid defense and a promising offense, has been aiming to break through that glass ceiling. But with the quarterback position still uncertain, many analysts are questioning how far they can go this season. The team's management seems to be taking a cautious approach, prioritizing development over immediate results, especially with their rookies. However, the NFL is a league where opportunities are fleeting. You have to strike when the iron is hot, and rumors are already swirling about potential trade targets or future moves that could shake up the quarterback landscape in Cleveland. One name that's been floated around in recent reports from Sports Illustrated is Anthony Richardson, the former first-round pick of the Indianapolis Colts. Richardson has a lot of upside, athleticism, and raw talent, but he's also struggled with consistency and injuries. Still, his high ceiling makes him an intriguing option for teams looking to add a dynamic playmaker behind center. The Browns, with their current quarterback room, could very well be one of those teams. Why? Because Cleveland's management, led by Kevin Stefanski, understands that the NFL is a game of margins. They know that a superstar quarterback can elevate the entire team, especially in the postseason. If Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel can't deliver sooner rather than later, the Browns might look elsewhere to fill that void. Richardson's athletic upside, combined with Cleveland's offensive system, could make him a perfect fit. Imagine a quarterback who can extend plays with his legs and make throws that few others can, adding that extra dimension to the Browns' offense. It's not just speculation, it's a strategic move that could dramatically alter the team's trajectory. And let's not forget the context of the AFC North. The Bengals, with Joe Burrow, are still a formidable opponent. The Ravens, with their innovative offense and solid defense, are always in the mix. The Steelers, even with some uncertainties at quarterback, remain a tough, physical team. So any shift in Cleveland's quarterback strategy could have ripple effects across the division. If the Browns decide to go all in on a trade for a player like Richardson or another high-upside quarterback, it could shift the power dynamics in ways we haven't seen in recent years. Suddenly, Cleveland could become the team to beat, not just in the division, but in the conference. Now, coming back to the current season, it's clear that Cleveland is still in a state of flux, but there's a lot of promise. The defense, led by players who are hungry to prove themselves, has been a cornerstone. The offensive line is solid, and their running game remains one of the best in the league. But the question mark remains at quarterback. Can Flacco, or Gabriel, or Shedeur step up and lead the team to consistent wins? Or will Cleveland need to make a bold move before the trade deadline? Those are the questions fans are asking right now. And judging by the recent reports and the overall vibe around the team, it's very likely that some kind of move is on the horizon. Furthermore, the Browns' coaching staff is well aware of these dynamics. Kevin Stefanski, a proven leader, has been emphasizing patience and smart development. He's been working with his quarterbacks to improve their decision-making, their reading of defenses, and their ability to perform under pressure. The coaching staff knows that rushing Shedeur Sanders into action before he's ready could backfire. But they also know that in the NFL, opportunities don't wait forever. If Gabriel or Flacco stumble, or if the season takes a downturn, that's when we might see Shedeur get his shot. And when that happens, all eyes in Cleveland and across the league will be on him, eager to see if he can rise to the occasion. Meanwhile, the fans are divided but hopeful. Some believe that the Browns are playing the long game, building a foundation for sustained success. Others are impatient, craving immediate results and a return to playoff glory. That's the beauty of football. It's a sport of passion, patience, and sometimes a little bit of patience. Cleveland's history has been filled with ups and downs, but the potential in this roster is undeniable. With talented young players, a solid coaching staff, and that ever-present desire to finally get over the hump, the Browns are a team that could surprise everyone this season. And as we look ahead, it's clear that the quarterback position remains the focal point. Every game, every drive, every decision could influence the team's future. Cleveland's front office has options, and they're clearly exploring all avenues. Whether it's sticking with Flacco, giving Gabriel more opportunities, or making a bold trade for a high-ceiling player like Richardson, the decision will shape the team's path for the rest of the season and beyond. The NFL is a league where fortunes can change in an instant, and the Browns are no exception. The next few weeks will be crucial, and Browns fans will be watching every move, every game with bated breath. Now, I want to remind all of you that what we're seeing right now is just the beginning. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory for Cleveland fans. The team has the talent, the coaching, and the hunger. All that's missing is that one piece, that quarterback who can elevate everyone and turn potential into reality. Whether it's one of the current rookies or a trade acquisition, Cleveland's future is bright, and the journey is just getting started. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Shedeur Sanders will get his shot sooner rather than later? Or do you think Cleveland will make a bold move in the trade market? Are you confident in Flacco or Gabriel leading the team this season? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This team is on the rise, and the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Browns.